England, Georgia at Twickenham this weekend. What sort of a team do you think Eddie's going to go for?
Billy Vunipola in the centre by the looks of it. Or a Mako. I could see it. Well, I'm saying as if I'm some kind of genius and I've got inside knowledge. It's actually out there in the press that he's thinking about playing a couple of hybrid players, i.e. Jack Noel in the back row. Obviously,
Jack Noel ain't playing because he's fucked.
I know, yeah, obviously. But when he mentioned Jack Noel being able to play back row, I don't know. And I don't know whether someone's told me this or I've dreamt it up or Steve in the garage has mentioned it and whispered it in my ear. Ben Earl at 13. Is that out there or is that am I just putting that out there?
Matt, I think it's ridiculous.
Why? Why do you think it's ridiculous? Because now, I don't know why I'm jumping on this Eddie Jones bandwagon. Not being asked to Georgia. Very difficult team if you play for Scotland back in the day. But he's spoken about this, and Eddie Jones is clearly quite forward-thinking, quite progressive in rugby sense. Why couldn't, for example, Ben Earl play 13? Where would he struggle?
Defensively from set piece. 13 is 13 is the most difficult position to defend on the field from set piece
against Georgia.
Against it, mate, it doesn't matter against anyone. Don't matter who you're playing this weekend.
It can't be that hard, mate. Just heads at ruggers, mate. Heads at ruggers.
You're playing against Georgia, but are you going to do it against a France or a Fiji or anyone that could actually pose a serious threat? We play Georgia, we play Ireland, we play Wales. Not in that order. I've got no idea what the order is. And then we win all those games. We play France. You ain't doing it against France, are you?
But you might.
You've got Ollie Lawrence.
You might do it in a couple of years' time. Yeah, you might do it in a couple of years' time.
You need to be doing it every week. You need to be playing international rugby. You need to be playing that position every week.
You're so boring. You're so boring now.
Well, I think you're being ridiculous, Jim. You've gone from ending people's careers to shifting someone else's career to 13. Listen, he's got the physical attributes to play, and the way the game is at the minute. You've got back rows now that are ridiculously fit, quick, powerful, and could do a job in a club sense. But international rugby is a whole different ballgame. Mate, you think about the speed of international rugby compared to Premiership rugby and Champions Cup rugby, etc. Ben Earl has got athletic ability like a back, but it takes a long time in that position. And I also, Eddie Jones also said he's not just going to give caps away for fun as well, did he? He said he's not going to give them away willy-nilly. And I suppose the hard thing for him is the first game is Georgia, right? So what does every coach want to do? You want to get off to a flyer. You want to pick a big team. You want to pick a side that's going to post a decent score. If Georgia had been our third game, for example, you may have seen more rotation. But I think Eddie Jones is going to go pretty strong. And he always talks about momentum. He doesn't talk about necessarily planning in the long term. We spoke about over the last few weeks, some of the players that are in this squad at the minute are in there by design because of other people's injuries, more so than, we've berated Eddie Jones at times for not giving players opportunities that are playing unbelievably well in the Premiership, because he looks at it as a very different set of skills to play international rugby. So only Eddie knows, and he gives sound bites to the press. Can't see Ben Earl at 13. I can't see Billy at 12, but
that's why I've
read it. Eddie Jones, who knows?
Well, that's what I mean. So I've not dreamt it up. I've actually seen it. So I've just typed it in now on the old Google. Well, the title is something around Eddie Jones, the coach who claims to hate experiments, has raised the possibility of starting with 9 forwards and 6 backs for England. So I have seen it somewhere. So I've just made it up. And that's me piggybacking that. So you don't think he will then, Goody?
Right, with Eddie Jones, who knows? So if we say he won't, he will. And if you say he will, he won't.
What was the biggest disaster we saw? Do you remember? With the back? Sorry. What's the biggest disaster we've ever seen in Six Nations history with the forward playing in the backs? Do you remember?
I do remember because I played in the game and I scored a try after about 3 minutes. My only international try ever. England v Italy. At Twickenham, Bergamasco.
Oh my pass is all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is he made me look unbelievable that day. I probably got my notes as well, but yeah, it's a whole different.
Who puts there's putting a player in the backs, and then there's putting them in the most difficult position. Scrum half would be the most difficult way. Tell the back that bending over, trying to get to every breakdown, absolutely dying.
In terms of a skill set, without a shadow of a doubt, 9 is the most difficult position to play in the backs.